Hi, and thank you for joining me. It's Helen Murray here with Heart of the Matter every Wednesday at noon. Today is a pre-recorded video. I'm not actually live, but today's topic is grief and your money. Have you ever thought about grieving your money? Have you ever thought about how to actually grieve when you've had a loss? Even so, I've just been thinking in the last 5 years for me, five and a bit, I guess almost six. I lost my job, which means my financial situation changed immediately. I had two of my daughters get married. I had all four children leave home. We also had all their friends stop coming and spending time the way they did on a regular basis before that. We tore down our barn. We lost a lot of the things that we had built up over the 30 years of our marriage. And so the last few have really been a reconstruction of that. Even partially lost my identity within that span of time, figuring out who I am now, because my primary purpose is no longer being a mother. My primary purpose is no longer running a multi-million-dollar business. So what is my primary purpose? And when I started out 4 or 5 years ago into the coaching industry, I named my business Healing Hearts Personal Coaching, because I knew there were so many people grieving, and I wanted to be able to help them. But it was too vague, and it was too indescript. So over the years, I have morphed, and if you've followed me, you've seen those changes over the years. And I am now a money coach. But a huge part of dealing with your money is also dealing with your grief. And here's the thing. Here's what I've really learned over the last few years, because it's been my journey as well. You can't deal with just one part of your life, right? You just can't. You don't live your life in sections neatly put into little cubicles. It all blends and mushes together. And so you need to deal with it in that way as well. So, you've seen me posting a lot of pictures of food lately, because along with healing my internal self, as in my emotional and spiritual self, I have been working really hard at healing my physical self. Again, if you've watched me for any length of time, I have psoriasis, and that came after I was downsized. At time of downsize, I had a huge rash from my waist to my ankles. Within 3 days of being downsized, that rash was gone. But then what came was psoriasis. And so I've been very, very fortunate. Only had about 12 spots. And everything from my waist down now has healed through emotional work. But from the waist up, I wasn't having the same outcome. So I decided to drastically, radically change my diet. And so that's what I'm doing. And so my belly button has had psoriasis for probably 6 years, a bit better. I don't know if you know what psoriasis is like, but it's crusty and it can get an odor if it gets damp and that kind of thing. And so it's really just not a nice thing to have, right? And I didn't want to put on topical treatments and just have the dry skin patches disappear. I wanted them to heal from the inside out. And so I left them as a reminder of the healing work that I'm doing, right? And so this is the same with your money. What in your money story needs healed? Where have you not grieved that money story? Maybe your life didn't turn out the way you had planned for it, financially or in any other manner. And here's the thing, when you deal with your money, you don't just deal with your money, you deal with all of life, because it's a holistic healing that happens, right? We don't just heal one part. And so that's why I'm sharing um, everything is sort of that I'm doing with all of you guys, because it's working. And it's not only working for me, but I follow the medical medium, and it's working for thousands and thousands of people. But there are other things that I'm doing outside of what the medical medium does as well, for my physical health, right? I do yoga, I meditate daily, I journal. A healing has become just a lifestyle. And that doesn't sound right. I don't spend my life devoted to healing, but I do spend my life devoted to feeling better. And so what happens is that I seek out things that make me feel better, which in turn heal. So I don't want you to think that I just sit around thinking, oh, who's the next healer I can see? What's the next healing I can do? No. Although I do energy work, which is tremendously healing work, also. And if you work with me with your money, with your limiting beliefs, you will do energy work. We will do that together. So I just really wanted to talk about, because people don't talk about grieving their money. And then if they do, it's kind of the big things like, oh, they went bankrupt, or, something like that. But it's not all big stuff. Here's the thing. It's cumulative stuff. It's cumulative stuff. So it could be way back when you were 7 years old and you wanted a certain pair of boots, and your parents said no, they were too expensive, right? That's a money story, and it hasn't been healed, and you carry that with you throughout time. And then on top of it, you have other money stories happen, and they accumulate on top of each other. And so it grows. And then think of a tea kettle. Fill the water with the tea kettle, you turn it on, and it boils. But most tea kettles have a hole in the spout, and the steam can escape there so that it doesn't explode. So the steam escapes at a constant rate, right? And so that ensures that it doesn't explode. So pretend you're the tea kettle, and your life has filled you with steam, but there's no spout. There's no way to get that steam out, because no one's taught us how to grieve properly, how to complete our grieving, how to be in completion with grieving. And so eventually you're going to erupt like a volcano. And that can be with disease, it can be with anger, it can be with mental health, it can be in any number of ways. And it can be, in the beginning, small little things like psoriasis patches. But if you don't deal with it, if you don't get underneath it and really discover the root cause, and learn how to heal all the things that need healed, it will continue to grow, and at some point it will erupt. The same is true for your money story. So I'll leave you with that today. If you have any questions, just put them below. I will gladly have a back and forth. I just couldn't be here at noon today, so I recorded it early, and then I'll put it up at noon. So as always, thank you for joining me. Let me know if you're here by saying hi, if you're here at noon, and then if you're watching at a later time, #replay. I so appreciate all of you for showing up, and I will be doing card readings later on today. I just don't know what time. All right. Take care. Have a blessed day, because blessed is my word for 2021. So have a blessed day, and I will see you all soon. Bye. And I can't figure out how to stop it. There we go.